Hello guys, amigos, WRO here. In today's video I am ranking the best wheels for WRO. The wheels are ranked by how useful they are, how much speed they have, and finally their size. Also a little bit of how they fit into a mechanic. So the first wheel we have is the smallest wheel. I don't like this wheel because it makes the robot look wide and chunky and big. I do like this wheel though because it's easy to manage due to it being small. However, small does not always mean good, because being too small may give you speed issues. I am putting this in high C tier because there are more wheels that are bigger and aren't actually that hard to manage. The second wheel we have is the medium small wheel. I like this wheel because it has a good mix of size and speed. This wheel of course is still wide and big, but it's a lot better than the small wheel. Size matters a lot because if your wheel is too wide it may take up a lot of unnecessary space, but also if the wheel is too big, due to speed being related to size, that means if it's too big it might be hard to control. This wheel as a basic wheel is super useful and just overall amazing. I am putting this is in S tier. The next wheel explains why I don't like wheels that are too big. This wheel now is the definition of unnecessary used space. This wheel is actually pretty QA if you don't have the bigger wheels, and of course if you can actually fit the wheel in. And still, if you're wanting speed, you are definitely better off trying to buy the bigger wheels instead of this one. If you want this wheel only because of its size, then you can just use 4 large wheels. Of course you are going to need 8 big wheels for this, but I think if you want to go all out for sumo, this is definitely better than these large goofy wheels. Okay, I'm probably listing too many big things about this wheel, so I'll add some good things about this to make it not seem useless. Well, I think it's okay for sumo if you can't buy the larger wheels, and that's all I can think of. This wheel is not necessarily bad, it's just that the wheels each quality is outclassed by other wheels. This wheel has almost no special things. It's just a worse version of the big wheels. And it's even outclassed by the smaller wheel because the smaller wheel has a better speed to size, but this wheel is too big and not fast enough to be considered a good wheel. I am putting this wheel in C tier. Now we finally have a good wheel. This is one of the big wheels I was talking about. Personally, I think thin wheels are the best types of wheels in WRO. Because they take very little space and most of them are really big. Second place is probably going to be thick sticky tires small wheels. Those wheels are also very good because they stick to ground a lot and are easy to control. Now this wheel is a thin wheel, but what I really want is a thick sticky tires thin wheel with medium size. That's the best case scenario because it has the best speed, size, and stickiness so the robot can brake. Now back to the wheel. This wheel is big and thin, but the quality it lacks is the stickiness of the wheel. Sticky wheels are good because they stop better than these weird tires. And the Spike Prime does not have the good tire, so they are not going to work as well. I still think the wheel is really good though. It has great size, it's quite thin, but the tires are just not as good. However, with the other qualities, I cannot not put this in a tier. Next we have the best wheel. The big EV3 wheel thing. This wheel is easily the best because it has the best size, which means great speed, and means it's thin on the side so you can make a lot of storage. If you purely want speed and you are confident that you can control the speed, then this is definitely the wheel for you. There are some downsides to this wheel though. The first is that this wheel is not easy to find. This is due to the wheel being super popular and I believe this wheel not being produced as often. Another glaring downside is that the hole where the axle goes into the wheel may break if you use it too much. So even though this wheel is the largest and best, I don't recommend this for sumo robots. Personally, if you want to get into Lego competitions, I do not recommend sumo, because sumo robots mostly smash into each other, and when you do that the wheels get damaged and the motors get damaged. I believe I lost one of these big wheels due to competing in a Lego sumo competition. If you want to do it though, you must be sure that you have spare motors and wheels. I recommend using the big wheel in C tier earlier if you want to do sumo. Lastly, if you're not very good at controlling speed, then I don't think this wheel is for you. If you are not going to use this wheel to its potential speed, then you're better off using a smaller wheel. And that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe so I can make more of these videos. Bye.